Hello and welcome to the White Walkers with me, Rebecca Walker, joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hola.
Hello. So we are back with round 5. I found it. Thought I'd lost it.
What?
Yeah, this was the one I thought I'd lost.
Oh.
Yeah.
But congratulations.
Thank you.
Where
found
was it?
I downloaded it, but I hadn't moved it to the folder that I wanted it to be in properly. So it's still in my downloads, but not in the right folder.
You are a dork.
Hey, it's a lot of time.
In a good way, a good dork.
These things. Anyway, so yes, it's round 5 of Stahleck 2022. I'm so sorry it's been so long. It turns out that Richard caught the cold that I had, so then he was voiceless for a few days. So yeah, we've been a bit slow.
Yeah, my voice still hasn't recovered, but...
Yeah, it's quite funny when you go high-pitched and your voice just disappears.
I can't go high-pitched. So we've got Marty Foz Hernandez playing Greyjoy Mummers Fast against Anselm, who's playing Bara Assault from the Shadows.
Yep.
Set up then. Marty has Euron Crow's Eye from the Core, Sweet Sleep and King's Road. Backed up there with a resin house card, hand painted. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. And
Selman set up a Lemon Cloak, Fickle Bannerman, Dragonstone Convert, and a King's Gate. Cool. Interesting setup.
Yeah, 2 interesting agendas as well. We've seen Mummers a little bit out and about recently. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. Boards can get pretty horrendous, so you might have to bear with us.
Yeah, it's just difficult to count the strength from a commentating perspective. In real life, because the number of attachments is not clear, the renowned and all that isn't as clear, but we will do our best. So Anselm, first player, plays the Maiden, so gets 6 gold, because the agenda gives him a -1 penalty, and his location will give him a +1.
Okay, so balances it out.
It does at the moment, yep.
So Melisandre coming into play there and using her trigger to kneel Euron. And on the right hand side, they've both got the same plot.
They do.
Oh, that makes it easier. So he's not going to have that much gold left over. Use a reducer, so a couple of gold left. What's he grabbing with it?
A Northern Encampment.
Is that the economy one?
It is, yeah, but it can only stand if you win dominant.
Okay.
So confident.
Mm-hmm. To gain 2 gold back and using his agenda to put a card into shadows there. Yeah, and Elsie demonstrating there why commentating on these videos is interesting with a toddler around. We've already had to stop once to go and see to her.
Yes.
3 minutes in, it's going well.
But when she is asleep, she will be asleep.
Well, to you maybe.
She never gets up in the night. She's a great little child.
Yeah, never. I definitely wasn't up 2-3 times last night. It's fine. Anyway, do we say it's Marty Foz? Marty Foz? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So Marty Foz is marshalling, I think?
Marty Foz, that's like 2 names.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's not like one name.
I know, I was like, it's a weird name, like just to be one name.
Marty, as in Marty, probably short for something. Foz might be a middle name.
Oh, okay.
But it's definitely 2 separate words.
Oh, should I call him Marty then, do you think?
Harren, call him Harren.
Why Harren?
Because that's his online name.
Well,
so we have marshalling of Vargo Hout, I believe that is. Iron Island Fishmonger there. We've got Patchface and we have a High Garden Jester.
Bloody hell. He's getting all the combo already, isn't he?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 gold worth of characters. Did he get another King's Road or something?
Not really sure, to be honest.
Not quite sure. There must be something we've missed. I think that's 11 gold, isn't it? Yeah, Vargo Hout is 6, Fishmonger 7, and the 2 Fools another 4.
Does his plot give him gold?
6 gold.
Oh, not his plot, sorry, his agenda I meant.
Mummers, no. Maybe there's another King Bird under that King's Word there. Because that would account for the money completely. So let's go with that.
We'll go with that. Okay, so remind me what they all do. So Patchface and the Jester are both not mummers, fools, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then Patchface's one is where he gets other Falls' stuff. Is that right?
Maybe.
Oh god, we might have to Google some of these, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to keep track of them because you only ever see the Falls as a unit together with Shagwell, Jingle Bell, and because you only see them all together, all their abilities kind of merge into one another in my brain.
Yeah.
And so I can't remember which one's Shagwell, which one's Patchface, and I think Patchwell. Now I'm mixing the names. Patchwell and Shagface. Wait a minute. That's a whole different video.
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
How do I search for Falls as a trait?
Oh, so you go on ThroneTB.
Yeah.
You click cards.
Yeah.
And then just down here, you've got like a search function.
Ah.
So you can actually search by traits. And then there's Fall.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You can
High
tell
tech.
how often I use this.
So we have what seems to be a power challenge from Patchface, God, and the High Garden Jester.
Would you like me to go through what they all do?
Well, High Garden Jester had the insight and a force reaction after they draw a card using insight. Put a random card from your hand on top of your deck. Choose a card from your hand and place it on top of your deck instead. If there's another full character in play, which there is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. So then you can sort of filter your deck a little bit and make sure you're getting what you want. And then Patchface is the other dude that's out. So while another full character has a keyword, Patchface gains that keyword. While another full character has a challenge icon, he gains that challenge icon. So at the moment, Vargo Hote's not a fool, is he? So
He's not, no, but he moved a gold to the High Garden Jester to gain its keywords. So what
keywords
happened?
or traits?
Keyword.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Jester and Patchface knelt in the power challenge, which was defended by the Fickle Bannerman. So Fickle Bannerman got the renown.
Okay.
And then Harren won a challenge, presumably military, with Vargo Hope moved the gold to the High Garden Jester to gain insight and drew a card via insight after winning the military. And the Dragonstone Faithful died. He gave his cause. But Anselm won Dom, so his economy stood. So he had a full suite of economy for the next round, which is going to be important because he had that -1 penalty from his agenda.
And Assault from the Shadows is one where you can put any card into Shadows, right? By kneeling your faction card?
Yes.
Yeah. And then it's Shadows cost is the cost of the card?
Height.
Okay. Oh, what's that plot?
So Anselm has played Duel.
Is that actually Duel? I've been there for ages.
Yeah, Duel.
Oh dear.
And I believe Marty Files had played the Smith.
So remind me on the Smith one. Is that the attachment one?
Yeah, so as marshalling action, you can kneel an attachment to choose and kneel a location controlled by the opponent. So first player will be fairly significant here. Because if Marty goes first and kneels out that encampment, that could be a bit sad for Anselm.
Yeah.
He's only going to get 4 gold from the plot, -1 +2 if that's the case. 5 gold, not a lot to work with in an assault deck. So it could be impactful.
I'm also enjoying Marty's costume here.
Yeah, those...
Full-on Greyjoy here.
What are they called?
Oh,
Vambress? Greaves? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I feel like I should know this, but equally I don't know why I should know this.
Well, you're cosplaying. You cosplay all sorts of weird shit.
Well, not for years now, have I?
That's true. You've grown old.
Yeah.
Cosplaying is a young person's game, according to Rebecca.
Oh no, it's not that. It's just like I don't have time to make any cosplays now. Barely have time to commentate on these.
Yeah, that's true.
Sad times.
Sad times.
Do you remember when you dressed up as Prince Hans from Frozen and went and did that charity event and all the kids loved you because you were so grumpy?
I had blocked that out of my memory.
It was good though.
Look, another King's Road from Harren.
Yeah, change the subject quick. And using Reducer as well. Oh, what's that?
So he's Eric Anvilbreaker. He has Pillage, Renown, and Intimidate.
Cool.
But he cannot stand in the standing phase. So he's only 2 cost 4 strength. But he cannot stand. So he's a, unless you can stand him outside of the standing phase, he's just a one-shot trigger. But really good for his keywords. If you can get a gold on him.
Ah, yes, of course. And the Mummers deck normally play Event. That's the one I'm after. Yeah.
Or you could play Left-Hand Lucas Cod.
What's that? Is that a real card?
Yeah.
When did that come out?
Years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Must be shit then, 'cause I've never heard of it.
He's a one-of in every Greyjoy deck now, I think.
Really?
Yeah, he's a 4-card military and intrigue Bicon with stealth, 3 strength, and basically after a challenge is unopposed, you can put a gold, or no defenders are declared, I think it is, you can put a gold on a raider character.
Okay.
Of which Eric Anvilbreaker is.
Oh, there you go.
So you can chuck a gold on him, and the keyword can be given around. Of course, that's only important with Shagface.
Shagface, really?
Well, there's a character called Nimble Dick Crab, who hasn't actually been made into a card yet.
What? Please tell me that's going to be a card soon.
Shagwell. There's all sorts of weird full names.
God.
But we digress.
We do. So obviously Marty's gone first, and that meant that he could kneel out the economy on Anselm's side, which has made it a bit tricky for him. You can see he's taking his time to sort of think through what he wants to do. He has played out a second Rose Road, so that should hopefully help, but obviously not till next turn.
I mean, there is an argument at this stage, if the gold is so important, he could have put the Rose Road into Shadows during Marty's marshalling and jumped it out for that extra gold.
That's very true.
But it depends if whatever he's putting into Shadows now is going to impact the round.
Yeah, I always forget about that one. It's a good play.
Sometimes it is a good play.
Just means that obviously you can't use that agenda for something more impactful later.
But it also allows you to get 2 limiteds out in the same turn.
Also true.
Yeah, spoken like a Shadows pro.
Just waiting to see what's playing here. Yeah, good shout. Cup of tea while waiting.
Yeah, my throat is sore already after all this talking. 13
okay.
minutes of talking and my throat is dying.
It's fine, it's only an hour-long video. It's all good. Yeah, also not helps that all of these videos seem to be about an hour long. Yeah, thanks guys.
Right, Milk of the Poppy on Lucas Cod.
Oh, Lucas Cod came out! As if.
What do you mean Lucas Cod came out? That's why I mentioned him.
Oh, I thought you were just telling me about this optional card that you could have had in his deck.
No! He actually played...
From this angle, though, that card does look a bit like a fish just sort of flopping into the water.
What?
Like a cod.
It doesn't...
Look, it does. It's like the long bit, that's like the tail, and you've got the big fat bits like the body, and then the background, that sort of grey-blue colour, could be like the sea. Like a little cod flopping.
It'd be more like an enormous whale than a little cod.
It could be a whale. It's like some perspective, isn't it? If he was an ant, then like a cod could look like a whale.
Right. So we've had a red priest.
Where's the red
or
priest?
Seen in Flame. No,
Oh.
we had Seen in Flame. Got rid of Victorian.
Nice.
Even though we did see a king of the Isle of Balon in hand.
It's a bit of a choice, though, isn't it? Lots of pointing going on. Why are we pointing?
So Marty has won the power challenge with a strength of 5. Anselm has defended with Lemon Cloak and has forgotten about his either the Fickle Bannerman reaction, which I don't think is the case,
No,
but more likely the strength on the
Yeah.
Fool.
Now with the agenda, remind me, the strength is boosted is it just by the cards that are put on as attachments, or is it also increased by normal attachments as well? Can you remember? I feel like there was something weird that happened in a tournament where it was a bit misunderstood about what way it gets increased by.
Is that so? So that error from Anselm has hurt his board considerably.
Indeed.
And coming to allow Marty to ramp a little bit in the power stakes.
Yeah, let's have a quick look.
We have an unopposed intrigue, claim taken, which is trade to the crown. So it doesn't look like Anselm wanted to use the actual Shadows card this round. In which case he maybe could have done the Roseword trick just to get the extra economy out.
Just wanted to confirm the Mummers. So forced reaction, after a 4-character control stands, attach the top card of your deck face down to it. There's a weapon attachment with the text, terminal attached character gets +1 strength. So if a regular attachment is on there, you don't get the plus strength, it's just for these face down cards.
Perfect.
Which I think is what happened in the tournament. There was confusion, they thought it was normal attachments as well.
Right, so we do have a Shadow card coming out. It was Sir Emery Florent.
Okay.
So nothing really impactful there.
No.
But intrigue claim from Melisandre was King of the Isle of Balon.
Ah, nice. So despite the board state, Anselm is managing to get some power there.
Yeah, it's also worth noting that Marty, I think, might have played Unbridled or something, because there's a lot of gold on characters now, and he discarded a gold when losing a power challenge to keep the Fickle Bannerman.
Ah.
I'm guessing he played Unbridled Generosity at some point while we were checking our memories.
Sorry. Okay, so... Oh yeah, and then our Eric dude is still knelt because he's not being able to stand in the standing phase. Okay.
Yeah.
And Cod dude is milked.
Yeah, so I think it's 3 to Harren to none. No, to 3 to 3, isn't it?
So Marty's got bless you. Marty's got the Bannerman, who seems to have one of Anselm's powers and his own power.
That is true, yes. You are correct.
So yeah. So I guess
Marty
Marty's
has
actually
4.
got 4. And Anselm's got 3. But he might want to swap those power tokens over just in case it's
Just in case Anselm wins with 14 power because he's run out of tokens.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you can marshal your cards, can't you, under the Mummers? Under the Fools even.
Yeah, it's like another hand.
Yeah. Yeah, you may marshal or play face down cards you control attached to 4 characters as if they're in your hand.
So, although they are vulnerable, there are ways to protect them, and the benefits of doing so are really strong, because even when you run out of cards in your own hand, you've got those cards to rely on. They are weak to some reset.
First Snow in particular.
First Snow, Valar Morghulis. Bolton Flare they don't like either. So you have the father from Marty, and is that Valar D?
From the colouring, looks like it, yeah.
That seems sensible.
Yeah, definitely better for Anselm than Marty.
Euron hasn't done much.
No, but it's still sad to lose a big character like that.
Yeah, but the Fools are doing the heavy lifting here.
They are, but it's a big investment that's now, gone.
Bottom of the deck. Yeah, because I think Harren wants to keep Eric Anvilbreaker to return him to hand with the father plot. Yeah, Lucas card going, he pretty useless blank.
Yeah.
This seemed all very sensible to me.
So, with the cost of everything,
yeah,
is he actually able to keep all
1,
that?
2, 3, 2, 2.
Oh, nice. Ridiculous, after Valar D you still get 5 cards.
Yeah, but they're
Little cards, I know.
they're chuds.
But we say they're chuds, they're already +2 strength. The 2 Fools are anyway.
Until he marshals them.
Yeah, if he marshals them. It's one of those, is it worth marshalling them or just keeping the extra strength, isn't it?
Depends how impactful they are. Depends what card you have in your hand.
Mm.
There are plenty of variables to consider.
So it looks like Marty's going to be first player here.
I believe so. He's collected his gold.
And he seems to be considering marshalling one of these cards.
He's at least checking them.
Couldn't quite tell what they were from that brief look.
Are we going to use the King's Road and the Chud?
Oh, what's he getting?
And a marshal a card from his hand. So paying 7.
Maybe.
For a card. Is it another Euron? It is King of the Isles, Balon.
Nice. Ah, with a dupe.
Yeah, and the third one's already gone to Intrigue Claim.
Oh, so we've seen all 3. I guess that's the thing with this kind of deck though, isn't it? You can really cycle through it.
Ah, Shagface. Shagwell.
Shagface.
Can you remember what he does?
I may be able to remember what Shagface does. And then Shagwell, yeah.
Shagwell.
So, Shagwell bestow 1 while a character with 1 or more gold has a keyword. Each 4 character with 1 or more gold gains that keyword.
So all the fools have a gold bar patch face.
But Patchface doesn't need it, is that right? Because he gets them anyway?
Yeah.
Let me confirm that.
It's all good. The patch face is a tricon with the keywords. Shagwell is a bicon with all the keywords.
Yeah, Patchface just does get everything.
So remind me what Shagwell does again?
So, Shagwell's...
Well, a character with 1 or more gold, yeah. So he's got all of Eric Anvil Breaker's traits, which is Pillage, Stealth, and... not Stealth, Pillage, Renown, and Intimidate.
So they all have that. All the fools.
Wow. All those 3 fools have Pillage, Renown, and Intimidate. That's fearsome.
Oh, actually, has Shagwell got a gold on him? Yeah, he does, yeah. So everyone, all the fools have got all of those keywords, basically. And Patchface is also a tricon with all of those.
He is, yeah.
Cool.
And so I'm thinking about what to do.
Cry in a corner? That's what I felt like doing when I played Mummers.
Yeah, but this is Stahleck, you know. You can't just cry in corners. The corners are all full of people.
Yeah, true. Full of people getting drunk.
So you're going to have to marshal.
What is that? What is that?
Eldon Estamont. It allows you to stand a location, a barrel location.
Okay.
So stood the econ and reused the econ. So effectively made him a 3-cost card for 4 strength bicon. But he'll pay for himself more.
Yeah, as each round goes by, I guess. Marshalling another location there. Oh, Iron Throne. That's going to help with dominance.
Yeah.
Make sure that location keeps standing.
So it's all now for Anselm about building his board, building his location base, because without it, he's not going to challenge on the board. So you're going to need to build the location, try and wipe the board a little bit more. Maybe he has another reset, maybe he doesn't. He's already played Duel.
How's he done that? Is that Balon's thing?
It is Balon's thing. Took a card out of the discard pile and put it into play.
I didn't realise it was any card.
So, doesn't want Imri to fire this round. Probably not that much of a consideration. I don't think Anselm is looking to sacrifice his location this round. He's nowhere near the win. But for Marty, safety is paramount.
What happened to that milk at the end of the round?
End of the phase, it goes shuffled back into the deck.
Shuffle back in. Okay. That's good, so I can't just keep using it every round.
Can't keep using it every round.
Because that would be a bit silly, wouldn't it? Anselm does have a card in Shadows there as well.
Yep.
So, initiating a challenge? Power challenge?
What, with the patch face?
Yeah, Patchface and Shagwell.
insight, so yeah, it might not just be a power challenge.
Yeah, true.
But they have Intimidate, Renown, Pillage. So with that in mind, maybe it is Intrigue. I say that because that would be 6 strength in Intrigue. Can't be defended. Mind you, the same is true for military. If that is a military challenge for 6, that can't be fully defended unless that card shadows a 1-cost card with a military icon.
That we're about to find out.
It's another Milk.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So not all fools are getting those keywords now.
Yeah. Yeah, so Patchface still has it? Alright. Oh no, he just gets the icons and stuff, doesn't he?
What does Patchwell get?
Patchface gets the keywords.
Yeah, well, another fool has a keyword. So that won't be Shagwell now because he is blank.
Ah. But he gets insight from the Jester, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think it's a problem when a player is marshalling Milk of the Poppy onto your 2-cost Shagwell instead of your 7-cost King Balon of the Isles?
It does feel a bit like that, doesn't it? Bloody hell. Yeah, when you put it into perspective like that, it just seems silly, doesn't it?
It feels like the balance is a little bit off.
Mm. But yeah, I think as soon as tournaments started happening in real life, we realised that Mummers was a bit of an issue, didn't we?
Yep.
Do you think anything will be done to sort of help balance it? Like any podding?
No.
No. Oh.
Well, look, Zinni has...
Oh, putting him in there then.
Zinni has organised a World Cup.
Okay.
For the end of January starting.
Okay.
Which is good for players to play Thrones online with their country mates.
Mm-hmm.
And as such, you would like a restricted list, a new one, any tweaks on there, of which there are some people in the global operation team discussing potential things to do with the RL. Not many things are discussed, but the 2 main things that are discussed, neither were Mummers.
Okay.
So I don't think it's on the agenda. So I guess maybe I could raise it.
Do you think it needs to be raised?
I think it is an issue, personally.
Mm.
But I don't like to create too much of a fuss about it because I don't know whether it's my bias. Because I don't like it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, if I was doing the same thing, there just wouldn't be Shadows cards at all, so... So I get what you mean about the bias thing.
Yeah.
Just wanted to note that an unopposed military went through, and I don't sew. Not me personally.
You don't sew?
I don't sew.
Oh, well, luckily...
I do not sew.
Luckily, Harren does sew. And he sewed away an Iron Throne.
He did indeed. And then the Chud was taken there for claim. Although I missed why there's deck shuffling going on. Oh, sending a card back to hand. Why was that?
The father. So the deck shuffling was going on because Balon Milk went off Emery Font and back into the deck, so he shuffled the deck. The father fired, which meant Anvil Breaker was returned to hand, and then Eldon Estamont was returned to Anselm's hand.
Remember what the father does?
Father, return a unique character to each player's hand.
And that can be any unique character.
Yeah, but it has to be a unique. So you bring your own cheap one back to return your opponent's expensive one.
Mm.
That plot, I think, is really generous with the gold. I don't think that should be 6 gold. For the amount of advantage you can get, it should be 3 or 4.
Yeah, because that can be quite significant, really, can't it?
Yes.
What we've got is that a close call on Anselm's side.
Yep, close call on Anselm's side, and that's the Crone. You know, that one that you tried to play twice, even though it's deck limit 1?
Pretty sure you built the deck for me.
So, it's all characters with strength of 1 cannot leave play.
Okay.
So that would be the Chud. It would be High Garden Jester.
Is that 1 cost?
I want strength.
I want strength. Is it printed strength?
Ah.
Ah.
Time for you to consult your memory.
Just a minute.
Come on, Rebecca.
Alright, what am I looking for? The crone.
The crone. The plot crone. Marty has a great kraken.
I bet he does. Sorry.
Interesting.
I can't find it. Where is it?
Eric Anvilbreaker come back out. It's a plot called The Throne. Put in Throne DB The Crone.
Oh no, that was...
Crone DB.
Crone's DB, your dog. There we go.
Got to admit, Mummers is much cleaner on the ironthrone.net.
It's printed strength.
Cool.
So there you go.
So we have Grey Ghost as well. Yeah, that's good. So Balon has stealth now. Harren has multiple ways of winning unopposed against a short board like Anselm. With the Grey Ghost as well. So potentially more unopposed triggers for the Great Kraken. That's what Marty has identified. Yeah, stealth with Balon. Grey Ghost can declare someone not able to defend, so now he's got some either draw or power gaining shenanigans coming through. He's got plenty of renowns on the board. You know, he's got Anvilbreaker, Balon and the Fickle Bannerman.
What ways would a Mummers deck have to remove the milk? Because they're unlikely to be playing, you know, the...
I'd say it's more of a Greyjoy deck with some fools in there. Than an actual
I
Mummers
guess it's
deck.
We Do Not Sow, and he has already played that, so yeah, he could have one in the deck.
Have we seen all 3 milks now?
I
don't know, but
we've definitely seen
you can
2.
just kill off Shagwell.
Yeah.
Bring him back.
It does slow down the deck though, doesn't it? Because Shagwell helps to all the Mummers to get all those...
You say that, but he's got 3 renowns on the board and ways of bypassing defenders.
Yeah, I guess so.
So there's 3 mil power bike on the Baratheon side. No cards in the shadows. Melisandre's firing to Neil Anvilbreaker.
Okay.
That's the Intimidate gone. Now we have a card in the shadows.
I think it's got 3 gold remaining, judging from the dice. Or die.
It's a constant case of Greyjoy player putting out threats and the Bara player trying to counter the threats and neutralise them.
The problem with that though is you're being reactive, aren't you?
Yeah, at some point you do have to, you know, you do that to a point with Baratheon. Typically when you play a control deck and you turn the tide at some point, turn 4, 5, 6, and then you start playing it on your own turn. Like a deck like that, you might build up your location base, you counter the threat, and then you reset, and all of a sudden you've got more locations, more cards in hand, and then you win the game.
Well, we've already seen one reset, haven't we, with Velarde?
Yeah, and Duel.
And Duel, yeah.
I'm not sure Anselm runs more than this.
I'd be surprised if he did.
I wonder if Anselm has posted his deck on Burn DB.
Possibly. I mean, Stahleck was a little while ago and we have been quite slow with the videos.
I think a lot of Stahleck decks went up quickly. And not many has gone up recently.
I'll let you consult your memory, shall I?
My memory's really slow tonight.
That's just because you're old. 40 next year, Richard. Just putting that out there, everyone.
You mention it like you're bothered.
I'm not bothered at all. Just saying, it's big 4-0.
Maybe stop whinging about it then.
I'm not whinging. I'm looking forward to your really big party. Bet you can't wait, right?
Look at that on the front page.
Is that the first one? Literally the deck. Do you want to have a quick look?
Yeah. So no more resets. We have a Clash of Kings, Bran the Builder and trade routes that we have not seen.
I guess trade routes make sense with all the locations.
I wonder what Marty plays as a reset. I bet he still plays Valar Morghulis.
Possibly. Although he probably hopes to have closed the game out before reaching that point.
Yeah, maybe.
What are we waiting on? Is it someone's marshalling or is it challenge phase?
Well, hopefully Anselm's finished marshalling. But he seems to be the one thinking. Maybe he's finishing off the end of his marshalling. Could we know Harren is first player?
Oh, he's got 3 gold left, hasn't he, on his dice, so he might be considering Red Priest or something like that.
Yeah, he had just asked about the hand size.
Although, he doesn't seem to have a hand.
He's got 2 hands.
You know, I knew you were going to say something like that. As soon as I said it. Such a dork.
We have a challenge, stealthing Angli. I'm going to guess military. So the Grey Ghost ship has knelt, so someone can't defend, so maybe it is power.
He did just remove a power.
What?
Oh, I think he's made a mistake somewhere. Your guess is as good as ours, guys. Right, trying that again. Challenge stealthing Angli the Archer.
Yeah, so we're assuming it is power. Defending with Swimry.
Oh, it's been military.
No, it's military. Okay. Yeah, I think when you stealth Angli, it's normally so you can't participate in the military.
Yeah.
So we have pillage. And Marty is on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. Didn't get the unopposed bonus for Great Kraken. Still potentially can do an intrigue challenge and a power challenge. Because Patchface has intrigue from Shagwell.
Yep.
I mean, Patchface is 3 strength.
Has he just got the 1 card on him?
Yes, he'd been marshalling from him. And the High Guard and Jester seem to have at least 3 or 4. Maybe 4 strength.
What, 4 cards?
No, he is 1 strength.
Oh, right, okay. It looks like he's only got 2 on him.
2 cards, so then he will be 3 strength. But even if you do the power, your opponent has to defend but then can take the Fickle Bannerman, which is a problem.
Ah, yes, of course. So you only want to do the power if you can win.
Yeah, you have to keep Patchface standing, really, but even then, at the moment, he's still at a threat of losing the Fickle Bannerman, because I can't see any more gold on him.
It looks like Anselm's going to use Imri and get rid of 1, 2... 1 location? Is it worth it for 1? 2 locations. So who's being knelt? 2 falls. Alright, yeah. The only 2 left. Okay. Yeah, I guess that stops Marty from doing any more challenges. Although, can Balon still trigger though? And are there any characters in the discard there that you can steal?
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly at least Alistair Florent.
Ah. He's already done the military and he doesn't want to do a power that he might lose.
Yeah. Well, at least this way he can...
Draw a card.
Yeah.
It depends who can't defend with the Grey Ghost. But then he's got... Oh no, that's not Red Keep, is it? So it's not like he's got the boost in the power.
I mean, Eldon... There's 8 strengths of power on Anselm's side.
Sorry, say again.
Got 8 strengths of power.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the Bannerman. The Fickle Bannerman does have a gold on him.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see it now. It's so obvious.
Sorry, yeah, I was sort of staring at that thinking, I'm sure that's a gold there, which is why I didn't quite register what you had said. My apologies. But we're doing military, I guess. Oh, interesting. They're going to claim the chud.
Who can't? The crone.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of a misplay there, because the crone won't allow that character to lead play. So I guess he would have had to kill off Alistair Florent.
Yeah, which would mean that the power challenge should have gone through unopposed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's impactful. Well, I guess it is impactful, really.
Yeah, it's still a power, isn't it?
It's quite significant.
It would be an extra power on Anselm's side, and technically an extra character on Marty's side as well.
Yeah, assuming he would kill Alistair Florent. Which, of course, he would.
Yeah.
So we've got Delena Florent coming out of shadows.
So this is when you can't...
bastard.
You can't stand, isn't it, outside of the standing phase? Is that right?
Can't stand during the challenges phase.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that's kind of right.
Kind of like, but, you know...
But not.
Not at all.
Okay, this is interesting, because Eric's on the board again, so he's not going to be able to restand... Oh, wait a minute.
What do you mean, Rebecca?
I'm really confused. Is he meant to stand?
No. No, I'm sure he will kneel shortly. Which the opponent noted. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess then, at the moment, the main difference is Anselm should be one power up. Marty should have the reducer on the board. I don't actually know who wins this game, so I guess we'll see if that was impactful at all. Well, actually, maybe I do know who wins this game.
Why would you know who wins this game?
Oh, I don't want to say it in case I do a big spoiler.
Everyone knows who won, Rebecca. Just say it.
No, I'm not saying anything. Right, what's this? Clash of Kings into... What's his plot again?
The Smith.
The Smith.
A second Smith.
Yeah, I was thinking it was, and I was like, but I'm sure I already had the Smith, so I must be misremembering it. Obviously, I'm not misremembering it. And the Smith is the attachment one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And because all of the cards under the falls count as attachments, he can just use those to kneel and do stuff with.
What?
The cards under the falls,
Yeah.
they count as attachments. They gain the text attachment and
everything. They do. As an attachment with terminal.
Yeah, so because they're attachments, you can... Don't you have to kneel them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Didn't we go through this?
Yeah, I know, but it's because you seem really confused. I was like, have I just said this completely wrong?
No, that's because I was thinking of something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's kind of irrelevant, but relevant. Because...
Yeah.
Well, you know the thing that you didn't want to say?
Yeah. Well,
following on from that, there's something that I did, and it turns out I think I've forgotten to do, and I need to do it.
Great. Okay. Sorry, guys. Clear as mud as always. So that's the Bastard of Night song?
Correct.
Am I right? Ah, yeah.
I mean, you can't get it wrong considering when he was pulled from the Delena search and I said, oh look, the Bastard of Night song.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh.
And now you're just trying to claim it as if you knew it when you watched me say it.
I didn't watch you say it.
You watched, you even pointed at it and go and whispered, is that the Bastard of Night song?
No, I did not. I did not. I was too busy trying to remember what Delena did. You're so mean to me. Let me just have my little moments. There's not many of them.
So, he basically the Clash of Kings. You notice I nearly lost my voice then.
I know. When you get too high pitch, it just disappears, doesn't it?
He basically Clash of Kings.
Yeah, that's it. Deeper voice, honey. Deep voice.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
So going through this mammoth palaver of looking at all the cards underneath your characters, which means all the gold on top of these fools will slide around and slide off. Luckily they don't have renown yet.
Oh, the Bannerman's lost his gold though, so he's a little bit dangerous now. If Anselm can steal him, that's 3 power.
We have Jingle Bell.
Ah, so appropriate for the time of year.
You going to sing?
I was really tempted to, and I was like, no, I'm still recovering from my cold and I just sound bad.
Ah, we have Saltcliffe Sailor. So the Greyjoy character that can move gold around and basically gives that stealth to any character with gold on them.
Nice. Should probably stick that on the bannerman.
I think that is going to happen, to be honest.
Mm.
Ting! Anselm's heart sinks a little bit more.
I like how he nods in acknowledgement though.
Of course he's got the fucking answer. That's what he's thinking.
Lots of extra pointing.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Marty, don't put your cards over onto the other person's mat.
He's showing Greyjoy dominance in every way possible.
He is, isn't he? Oh, there's my voice going now.
Although he doesn't look entirely confident, does he? He looks a little bit nervous, stroking his beard. Marty's not sure if he's got him to close this game out. Anselm looks even more distraught, to be honest.
This is round 5, right?
Yeah.
So if you win this round, does that mean you're definitely through? Did you have to win 5?
Well, no,
or was it 6?
The game ends when you reach 15 power. So you have to go to round 6,
no,
round 7.
I mean to the cut.
Oh! No, there's 8 rounds.
Oh, so you need to win 6 then?
Yes.
Right, okay. I just wondered if this was like the big game kind of thing.
It is not the big game.
It is not the big game. Because all of our games that we got are all like top table-ish, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
So we're 47 minutes in.
Yeah.
I presume before the game started there was some...
minutes
the round
that
had
are cut
started.
out. Yeah.
So this could be the last round.
In which case, it would take a bloody miracle for Anselm to pull this off, right?
It would, yeah. I mean, the longer they think about it. The first player is obviously Anselm, because he marshalled first. And Anselm, probably, if you want to try and win it, you need to push through, but it's difficult as first player. I think now with the time dwindling down, he doesn't have enough time to make the right plays. He's going to get battered going the other, going second if he nails out.
Yeah.
Because Balon will just does anything that's left standing. Grey Ghost will remove attackers. Fickle Bannerman has stealth now. Saltcliffe Sailor. Well, there's so many characters on there with stealth. Like, Great Kraken could probably win him the game.
Yeah, and I guess the problem is like, he was probably hoping to try and steal that Fickle Bannerman and get that power swing that way, but now the gold has been put onto him.
So sad for Anselm.
So I'd be very surprised if he can pull this off. Just a big game of maths now, isn't it?
Pardon me. Big game of maths. That's what they should have called it. Game of maths.
It's not Game of Thrones anymore, it's Game of Maths.
Based on a Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I think calling it Game of Maths though would definitely put a lot of people off.
That's Marvel Snap.
Yeah. Well, that can be a little bit of luck. Hey, we're not here to promote Snap at the moment. I feel like Anselm knows the writings on the wall.
My body language is Anselm's right now. Your body language is Marty Fozz's.
Yeah. Oh,
Right, so
we're going in.
We are. So we're going in for what seems to be 9 strength on a Clash of King turn. Double clash because Bastard of Night Song. So potentially 3 power swing.
I feel like this was a sod it moment.
I do think it was a sod it because it's not enough to win the power challenge. And Marty just making sure because...
I guess you don't know what's in the shadows, right?
No, but he's got enough potential stealth to come back the other way and get unopposed challenges. So stacking your King Gate for cards seems like a bit of a shot in the dark. Then Marty would get 2 renown from this. Would he get more? I'm thinking full wide, but it would
no,
appear no.
because Shagwell's not working, is he?
That's 12.
And insight. And more insight.
So who has stealth now? Is there any standing coins?
Shagwell's got a coin on him.
So Shagwell has stealth.
And obviously the actual Saltcliffe sailor's got a coin on her.
Yeah, I think it's non-Greyjoy characters maybe?
Okay.
Or maybe they do have stealth. Let's see if I can find the answer.
I'm going to consult your memory.
I'm just going to look at how in deck. That's got to be online, right? It is. It's also on that front page. He does run Valar Morghulis. That's good to know. Saltcliffe Sailor. Each character you control, with a goal gains stealth. So Saltcliffe Sailor has stealth as well. So Hammond won it. He's going to get 2 on the page challenges with Great Kraken. That's 4 power. No danger.
Yeah. So I've got the intrigue that's come through unopposed.
We've got the Black Sails. Come out of shadows. So Saltcliffe Sailor cannot kneel.
Okay. It's
So
marked by a very
Harren
good
moves
coin.
the gold to Jingle Bell, so there's still going to be an intrigue. Unopposed, Great Kraken power. And so I'm playing it out in with Laurent. Delena can't oppose. Going to take a character.
Yeah, so it would seem that the excuse me.
No, he's not taking a character. He's taking that Storm's End.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's doing that. Going to turn it into a power challenge.
Oh, because Imri's dead, so we can't take Imri.
Yeah.
And that's the game. Right?
Unquestionable.
There you go.
Congratulations, Marty
Cool.
Fodd. That was a surprise. Didn't think he would win that with crappy Mummers, but it turns out Mummers aren't so crappy.
Just very, very annoying.
And that's the fewest locations I've ever seen from a Bara Assault deck, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he did lose a few of them at one point with Imri, but...
Yeah, it all went down.
And we do not so. Yeah. But anyway, let's wrap this up. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll try and be quick with round 6, or quicker at least. And we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.